Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Really nice to meet you today. As usual, we're having a development stream after a big update. Today we're gonna talk about real big feature, pilots. Pilots finally came to War Robots and story finally came to War Robots. But before that, we have to talk a little bit about our news. First of all, the news update 5.1 is already on all platforms except iOS. iOS will come the next week, so be patient and wait for it. All the others have already tested and tried pilots, so you can tell us all about it. We need your feedback. By the way, today we are having a big giveaway. We're giving away the best and the brand new stuff. I'm talking about pilots and robots together. So we decided to take 3 pilots and 3 robots. Bulwark and Tobias, Ares and Minji Novak, and Aojun and Alec Renner. So you can win one of these 3 pilots plus robots. If you want to participate, all you have to do is write the hashtag WRCommanders in the chat. So once again, 3 robots, 3 pilots. Bulwark and Tobias, Ares and Minji Novak, and Aojun and Alec Renner. If you want to participate and win one of these beauties, just write hashtag WRCommanders in the chat. Yeah, just like this. By the way, all the winners will be announced on Monday or Tuesday next week. And this giveaway is both for Facebook or YouTube. So if you want to participate, you can do it both on both social media platforms. Alright, back to pilots, big news. As this feature is real big and we have a lot of things to discuss, we invited not 1, but 2 guests. Today with us, Vadim.
Hello, Stan. Hello, everyone.
And Sophie.
Hi.
So these guys, they know all about pilots and even more. First of all, Vadim, in a nutshell, what are pilots?
Yeah, in order to start, I just want to say finally we can talk about pilots and we can show everyone what we have here.
We've already talked about them a little bit on our last stream, but this time we want to talk about them like...
Now we have to tell everything.
Yes.
And in order to do that, I have a device and I can show you what pilots really are.
All right.
Right here, as you can see, I have a special prepared hangar deck with 5 specters.
Strange, yeah, that's true. So your hangar deck contains only specters.
Yes.
It's like we're back in the past, you know?
Yeah, like 1.5 year ago, everyone was playing with specters and mostly everyone were using the same build, so it was like something Orkans or shock trains.
Yeah, that's totally true. So Spectre was once king of the battlefield, but the game style, the gameplay with Spectre was all the same.
Yes, and now with pilots we can do some more interesting things. For example, we have a Spectre with 4 Tulumbas here, and we have a basic pilot that have 1 skill right now, and the skill says that your Spectre will deal more damage, but at the same time its durability is a little bit lower. So with this game style you can approach your enemies at 500 meters and try to reach them with your Tulumbas weapon.
You're like a glass cannon.
Yes.
You have a lot of damage, but you're very squishy.
Yes, but at the same time with the Spectre ability you can certainly jump away from somebody, and if you need to you can just jump forward in order to approach closer.
All right.
Yes, and the next example is this Spectre with 4 Orkans and the pilot that says after capturing a beacon, the Spectre will have more resistance for 30 seconds. And with that, you can use your Spectre more like a stealthy approach where you try to capture a beacon.
Like a spy.
Like a spy, yeah.
James Spectre Bolt.
Yes, yeah, that's true. And after you capture a beacon, you will have more resistance so that you can win one-on-one battle with your Orkans because you just are more tough.
Or run away. So the second build is much more like a beacon grabber.
Yes, it's not like a tanky build, but at the same time it's much more powerful in order if you want to survive a little more damage than usual.
And I guess if you also equip some, for example, health unit models, you can...
Yes, of course, you can add some more modules here, but I have only Spectre at level 1, so no modules yet. Yes, and...
So basically, using pilots, you can personalize your robot the way you want it, to your gameplay style.
Just like everything in War Robots, it's all about creating your play style. It's all about finding what suits you better. And the last example is the Spectre with Shot Train. And the ability for this pilot is that Spectre locks onto the targets faster. So if you need this rush in order to change your targets and to lock down on enemy, lock onto an enemy, you have a little bit more time in order to react.
Oh, well, Spectres with Shock Train, this really brings nostalgia, maybe a little bit with a taste of pain, but still nostalgia. Okay. Interesting thing, pilots can be leveled up.
Yes, and by leveling up, they will increase their abilities. So, for example, once again here, I have an ability at level 7, and at level 8, it will increase by 0.5%.
And pilots level up and receive experience during battles.
Yes,
so
you just have to finish battles with your pilots in your hangar.
Alright, so you just have to fight as usual, and your pilots will progress. You need gold only when you promote them.
Yes, and you use it in order to unlock more skills. And each pilot can have up to 7 different skills.
Oh wow, 7 is a lot.
No same skills allowed.
Yeah, so you probably can customize it very well with all those skills.
The way you want it.
The way you want it, yes.
That's
Just
true.
like we showed in this example.
Do legendary and regular pilots have the same amount of skills? 7?
Yes, the only difference for the legendary pilots is that they are a little bit higher for... they have a little bit higher price in order to hire them, and they have one unique skill which is not available on this robot. So here I have an example of our favorite pilot, Kyle Rogers, and his ability is the unique ability for Inquisitor, which wouldn't be anywhere else.
Alright.
But I have to say that they're not only different by their unique skill, but also because they're like people with stories. And of course, the regular pilots are also people with their own portraits and their stories. But at the same time, legendary pilots are like real heroes with unique storylines, and even like Kyle Rogers, they were featured in like very different media in our.
So they're like superstars in the world of War Robots.
Yeah, and it's, I guess, a good way to move to the next question that we have today.
Yes,
story.
I'm pretty sure.
The main difference between robots.
The story. But before that, guys, just in the case you've got some questions left about pilots, about how do they work, we've got a big pilot guide on our YouTube and on our social media. Oh my. Is that Kyle Rogers with my face? What the hell is going on?
Maybe it's like Stan Rogers.
Oh my. All right.
And there are
multiple. There are many stands now. Oh no.
It's understandable.
Understand.
Yeah. Understandable. So, if you want to find answers to your questions, if you want to know everything about pilots, you can watch this 4-minute video, and then I think you will be packed up. But back to the story. For the first time in War Robots, we're having stories. And it's not just about pilot stories. So in the game, players can read the stories of their pilots, but they're based on much more complex stories. The stories of this world.
Yes, that's true. We decided that if we add characters to our game, we need these characters to have some kind of background, to live in some world. And before, we didn't really think about that. And so it was a world building process. And we really created this world of War Robots with its own storyline, which goes back almost 100 years. So right now in War Robots universe, the year is 2142.
2142. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So a little bit into the future, and
maybe we will see it. Not sure about. Who knows?
You can see a walking robot right now on the street, so it must be future.
Yeah. Why not?
About 8 years from that point, there was a cataclysm on Earth, which rendered it uninhabitable and forced everyone to flee to Mars, apparently. And the drivers of this exodus were corporations, not governments, but corporations in this case, and because they had the most funds and resources to do that. And there were 5 of those who now live on Mars and build their own more or less sustainable societies. And I guess I can tell about them a bit.
Yeah, I think it will be interesting. 5 different corporations, 5 different factions, different philosophies, different societies, different civilizations even maybe, living on Mars or around it.
Yes.
I guess we have an image. Yeah, here it is. It's an image of all 5 of them.
Yes.
You can see they even have different design.
Yes, of course. And your people on Android and Amazon and all other platforms, but iOS, unfortunately, can already see it in the game, and I'm sure the iOS players will also be able to enjoy it next week. And you can see that there are different designs for different pilots, so that you can always tell which corporation, which faction your pilot originates from.
All right, so let's go one by one.
Yes.
The first one is...
Space Tech.
Yeah, and it's already my favorites.
All right, tell us all about it, and then we will find out why it's Bennett's favorite.
I am curious. So Space Tech is a corporation that was originally involved in space exploration, asteroid mining, and also automotive industry and maybe heavy industry and so on. And so they were first to flee from Earth because they had their own spaceships ready and they didn't really have to prepare that much. And now they live in the region of Mars around Gale crater, which is where the Curiosity rover is now.
All right, Curiosity,
Travels.
yes.
Yeah, so
okay.
probably you can see photos from there made by that rover. But unfortunately without space technology, so. And they're the most classic sci-fi human civilization, I guess. They have a very democratic society, a high focus on science, engineering, and all sort of middle class. So they're very I don't know, like Star Trek Federation.
So classical terrains going from Earth, classical guys.
Yes. So
and Kyle Rogers is one of them.
Yes, of course.
Why?
I do like it.
Well, you just told everything. Well, because at first they have Kyle Rogers, and the second thing is, well, they were the first on the Mars, so they have the most advanced technology of traveling anywhere. So I guess they can win in battle with each other faction easily.
So,
who knows?
But that's only my guess.
So that's why you love them. They have Kyle Rogers.
Yeah.
And if I will have Kyle Rogers in my hangar, will you love me?
Oh,
For sure.
All right.
But I love you even without him.
Oh.
All right. The second faction.
Yeah,
Here we go.
the second faction, well, as I can see on screen now, yes, it's DSC, or Defense and Security Conglomerate. They were a company mostly involved in private warfare, military tech, and so on. And now they are on Mars in the region called Acidalia Planitia, apparently.
Oh wow! How do you pronounce it? What is it?
It's basically a plane on Mars. All planes on Mars are called planetius for some reason.
Okay.
And yeah, that's just
Planetius, why not?
Yeah, and so they have very strictly controlled society, mostly militarized society, and you can say that they're a bit totalitarian because there's an oversight committee that controls everything, watches everyone, like the Big Brother. And the funny fact about them is that they are very buff. Most of them you can see even on the arts. And that's because all the food they have was initially designed to feed soldiers and sportsmen. So it's very protein rich and made to gain muscles.
So they're very
and
big, muscular guys, like bodybuilders out there from fitness clubs, pumping up all the day long. All right.
They love their steel, so that's they really like.
Yeah. Well, actually, they're very practical. So, space tech is more about we're guys from Earth, medium class science, and these guys are all right.
Yeah.
Here we are.
But what types of technology does they have, and what types of robots?
Oh, the major masterpiece of their technology is the energy shield, and yes, so also the Aegis shields, also some Aegis.
Aegis, yeah.
Aegis, oh my.
So
Aegis shield,
something
yes.
like Bulwark is
Yes.
their technology.
Yes, of course, like something strong
tanky robots
and
for
tanky.
tanky.
Yes,
that
for
makes
tanky
sense.
Robots for
gameplay.
tanky guys.
Yes.
Okay, the third one will
And
be.
the third one will be, I guess, Everlife.
3 circles and 1 triangle.
2 triangles.
Two triangles.
Or
How many
maybe
triangles do you
how many
see?
triangles? How many triangles you see? You can write it in the comments and win a book on geometry. All right, so.
It's going to be a great asset, but yeah, Everlife. So Everlife is a faction that was initially a lot into biochemistry, biotechnology, gene engineering, agriculture, and things like that.
After all, they've got life in their naming, so.
And Evo, which is
and
evolution. And their slogan was
right.
evolution is ever life. So
Okay.
they were very
Reasonable.
thought a lot about themselves, I guess. And they were last to leave because they were trying to save the Earth, but well, they didn't really succeed, apparently, clearly. And
That's it.
yes, well, and now they live in the region of Mars, which is called Labyrinth of the Night. It's a
What? Labyrinth of the Night?
Yes.
Sounds like a name for a heavy metal album.
well, it also like it has like a Latin name like Noctis Labyrinthus or something like that. But I just
okay.
can't. My Latin is not good enough.
Or an old style RPG like Baldur's Gate or Labyrinth.
Symphony of the Night,
that's
Labyrinth of
true.
the Night. Yes, but it's like a very narrow net of canyons basically, and so they live deep underground in caves and those canyons, and they build like small ecosystem in the caves where they grow like mushrooms and even like some plants.
Mushrooms, yeah.
Yes. No, that kind of mushrooms maybe.
Well, you don't know. Just looking at them like.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They don't look like that because of the mushrooms. They look like that because they try to like adapt human beings to the life on Mars, and so they have invested a lot into gene engineering of humans, like the mutation of humans, and so those mutations might be not connected with the looks per se, but the thing is that because there's a mutation, sometimes they have side effects, and those side effects can include weird eyes, weird hair, maybe like scales on face, or something like that.
Might be something more
guess
weird
they-
that we don't see.
Yeah,
Yes.
I guess they are proud of their looks because they are so different from others.
Yes.
Maybe so. So they combine nature and human and try to live in peace with nature. They respect it both on Earth and on Mars.
Yes. Yeah, I think so.
Space druids, some
Yeah.
kind of space druids. Okay, and the last
Yeah.
but not least.
Not last.
No,
That's
no,
right,
oh,
the
yeah, the
fourth
fourth.
one. And this,
Sorry.
Yes. And so we talked about nature.
Oh,
meets-
there are some cybernetic arms
Yes,
and
those are like
faces
the
here.
complete opposite. Yeah, those are the like tech guys, cyborgs more or less. So it's Icarus Technologies, which was originally involved in robotics, AI, and maybe self-driving cars and things like that.
Duracell driving. All right.
What? And when they landed on Mars, they were unlucky because they were one of the last, and they only had this like spot left on the South Pole where it's not very nice. It's like minus 140 degrees Celsius.
Yeah, sounds not very nice.
Yes. And
Not
so,
my cup of tea.
No, no.
Kind of chilly, yeah.
Yeah, a bit. Also like carbon dioxide snow, things like that. Not really nice. And well, that's why they have very small settlements where only not too many people live, and they don't really travel between those settlements. And that's why they like transferred all their lives into virtual realities, basically.
Oh, they're really into VR.
Yeah, they are.
Aha.
So like in I don't know, Ready Player One, like very weird
But
style.
aren't they just trying to run away from themselves?
I mean, if you live somewhere where the like carbon dioxide snow and minus 140 degrees Celsius, wouldn't you want to run away?
I would want to sleep some more to get cozy. And
Or you can just stay in this small Martian colony and have virtual reality on you, where you someone on Miami on a beach having a mojito, and like there are seagulls like
Yeah, that's really like
yeah,
much better.
That's another way to put it.
Yes, but they're still like they still have to survive somehow, like get their food and their resources from somewhere. So they adapt to the harsh conditions by like augmenting human beings with like cybernetic limbs and maybe like some neural enhancements and stuff like that.
Oh, both Evolife and Icarus technologies, they adopt to the life on Mars, but the first they use nature and gene engineering, and the second cybernetics.
Yes.
Okay, makes sense. Last but not least, finally.
Yes, and finally, last but not least, indeed, are the Yankee Ventures. It was a conglomerate of different financial corporations doing hedge funding, investment, and so on, and also investing in new energy sources because energy was a big problem on Earth before the cataclysm.
That's true.
Yeah, and still, it's even now it is.
Yep,
And
exactly.
yes. So they decided not to land on Mars because there was too much competition for any like good places left, and so they just stayed on the orbit in a space station that is protected by the stealth drive they invented, which like, doesn't let anyone find them and like shoots them off.
So they're just flying around Mars.
Yes, and what they have like their biggest invention is a new energy source, which they actually sell to everyone because it's more efficient than anything else anyone else has.
And what is it?
Well, for example, it's power cells.
Oh, so they
Yes.
invented power cells.
Yes,
All right.
anti-modules, yes.
Okay.
And they have the interesting thing about them that they're like very rich people around them, like super rich, and they were rich when back on Earth, and now they probably got richer. And they really like the style, the class, and also culture. So they hold balls and buffets and so on. And also send people to Earth to find some reservoirs for them.
So space tech is all about science and progress, and these guys are all about, all right, aristocrats, classy.
Yes.
I like art, I like music, good food.
Yes, pretty much, yes.
Not mushrooms.
no, food. Oh God, no mushrooms for me.
Yes. So those are the 5 factions.
I
think
but
they're-
why do they fight? Why do they need Earth?
That's the thing, they not exactly fight. They have the status quo on Mars that they can't really fight each other because right now, after the 8 years that passed after the Exodus, they were interconnected and independent, and they can't really wage a war against each other.
So they understand that making a war will demolish all of them.
Yes.
Yeah, and they already lost Earth almost entirely.
And so they use mercenaries, so like proxies, who fight for them. It's like we are in peace here, but some people fight there, but it have nothing to do with them. And so you, me, and everyone who plays our game are commanders who command a small mercenary unit. And so they get gigs from the corporations and go and fight. And that's what happens. And why they're on Earth? Because Earth is now a little bit more inhabitable and people can go back and probably not die immediately. And as long as they have their robots at least. And so they fight for the resources left on Earth because clearly Earth is still, well, nicer place than Mars, and people think about maybe coming back sometime, but they know that they have to secure like the juiciest spots, the best spots.
So Earth is getting a little bit more friendly, and there are lots of resources left on Earth, and they really need it. They really want to reservoir. Yeah, exactly. One go. All right. What was the most difficult part in writing the story?
Well, I would say that it was like inventing a story for a game that's already 5 years old, because it's like we have to admit that we didn't really think much about the story when the Warriors were developed initially, and so now we're like, okay, it's time for us to tell the story behind all this, and that's a bit tricky because there are like so many robots, so many weapons, so many players already that we have to create some story that will be most appealing and also make sense. It's not that simple, and that was a big challenge for us, I think, and I hope that we
succeeded.
Yes,
that's true. It's a big story, and if you want to know more, you can visit our website. We've got descriptions of all 5 factions there. And one more thing, if you really like writing, if you want to write some kind of fictional fan-based stories, you can use these descriptions just to integrate in your story. Use these pilots, these descriptions, and invent new stories. Finally, you have a clear base for them.
That's true. Can't wait to read some of our fan stories.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe after some time we will have a weekly or monthly some kind of a newspaper or book chapters, book consisting of chapters about our story about War Robots written by our players.
That would be nice.
Yeah, it will be really great. So if you want, you can try it. All right. Are we gonna make more pilots in the future?
Oh,
yeah, we are really looking into it, and I guess I can announce it right now. That's
are you sure?
Yeah, why not? The next pilots will be released in July.
Okay.
And well,
there will be something special about them, but we
Yeah.
can't say what yet.
But just for you to know, guys, we want to continue developing War Robots story. We've got big plans for these new pilots released in July. And we want to use different media to tell about them, not just notes, not just, articles, all media that we can use. So if you want to know more, tell us in the comments. And by the way, I'm not sure that everyone have heard it. Today we have a big giveaway. So a robot and a pilot. Once again, if you want to participate, just write #WRCommanders, your ID and your platform in the comment section below, and you can win one of 3 pilots plus robots: Bulwark and Tobias, Ares and Minji Novak, and Aljun and Alec Renner. If you want to participate, write in the comments. Prizes will be delivered next week.
And I like how it sounds like we are commanders, you know. I don't know if it's like by design or not, but...
That's true. By the way, our players were promoted to commanders. That's true.
Yeah, and right now, if you are starting the game as a new player, you will be at level 1 and you will be piloting just one robot, the Devstream. And with you getting into the game and getting to know it better, you will have more more robots in your hangar. And by level 23, you will be promoted to a commander, and you will be able to hire pilots in order for them to help you achieve better results in battle.
So you begin as a freshman, knowing nothing, and then you gain experience, and after some time you become not just pilot, but pilot commander, both piloting a robot, your robots, and having some bunch of crazy people out there that totally for you, that will fight for you, that will die for you, that will, well, drink for you.
If necessary.
Yes, I think so.
Okay. All right. I think it's a good time to answer some of your questions, guys. So I will try to rechat it. Oh my, it runs really fast. There is a ham sandwich suggests. Ham sandwich? Oh wow. I would like a ham sandwich right now, actually.
Right now? It's not a good time. Let's do it later.
Ah,
Like after the stream.
That's okay. So, have you ever thought about missions for certain pilots, such as little campaign for each pilot, allowing users to understand and connect more to the pilots?
Well, we were really thinking about them, and the best way for us to create such kind of missions is skirmish format. And as some of players may already know, we had a special skirmish that was dedicated to Kyle Rogers.
To Kyle Rogers, to his story.
To his story, and you can definitely wait for more of them.
So we will develop our, let us say, missions connected to pilots and their stories through skirmishes as well.
Yes.
Great.
You can be sure about that.
Nice.
Next question. Alejandro Garcias asks, when I hire a base pilot that costs, let's say, 300 and has level 5, is it the same as if I hire a pilot level 1 for 100 and train it to level 5? All base pilots are the same for different robots. I guess that's two different questions. So the first one is about hiring an already experienced pilot for more money, or basic pilot and training him afterwards.
I think if you get a pilot for 300 gold and it's already level 5, you'll get a bit of a discount in comparison to if you promoted yourself.
Certainly will hire more experienced pilot, so you don't have to spend more time in order to increase his or her level, but at the same time they will be the same if you will put them in the same robots. They will learn some skills for the weapons or for the robot itself, and they will be definitely the same on the battlefield if
from the perspective of gameplay.
But you can also get a pilot who is not just level 5, for example. He can be level 5 and also promoted to the next rank, so he can be not private but some high rank.
He can be even something like level 15. This way he or she will have 2 abilities, but at the same time it doesn't matter. You can spend more time invested into getting more high level pilots, or you can just hire them in the pilot center.
And the second question, all base pilots are the same for different robots or no?
Yes, they are all the same, but they have different types of stories.
They belong to different factions, I guess.
They are
stories.
They are all connected to different factions, and all their stories can be seen down after the skill skill list.
And also, their story gets larger and longer if you promote them. So the more the pilot gets experience, more
you're getting to know each other.
So when you receive a new pilot, you have only one piece of a story, and then playing with them, getting used to them, knowing them better. You receive more pieces.
Basically, you fight together, you get experience together, and maybe they tell you more about themselves.
You eat together, you drink together, you sleep together.
I think Mars must be kind of cramped. So
okay, the next question. Dan Cohen asks, what happens if you move pilot from a robot like Golem MK212 for Spectre? What happens to your progress if you move pilot to a new robot?
So I guess I should take this question.
If you want.
You won't lose any experience. So if the pilot will be level 70, he or she will stay the same level. But the skills most likely won't work because the skills were for the golem robot, and for his equipment. And you can always retrain your pilot in order to get new skills. But with that, they will be on the same power level as everything else, so they will be maxed out at level 70, and they will be all the same. So if you have a pilot at level 70, you can assign him or her to any robot, and if you retrain all his or her skills, it will be just the same as the new pilot.
The same amount of experience,
if you would build the setup from scratch.
All right. That's good to hear.
I think that if you had like a golem with Orcans, for example, and you have a skill for Orcans, even if you have a Spectre with Orcans and put this pilot...
these skills will be suitable
of
to
course.
So you can think ahead and think about what is more suitable for you, what do you want more.
Yeah, and if you change some kind of pilot from one IRS to another one, he or she will keep the same skills and they will still work on another IRS.
Yes.
Okay. Leonardo Posata asks, what about a legendary pilot for Spectre?
We are working on it.
You just spoil it straight away.
But I mean, I think we can say now that we plan to have legendary pilots for most of our robots that are like Meta now and also new robots, but that will take time, of course.
That's
yes.
true. Yeah, that's true.
Okay. Dylan Nolan suggests animated series could be a good idea. Oh, I guess
that's a question.
Yeah, that's for you.
This is a good question that I can answer. Yes. So as you've already heard, we're having more pilots this July. Of course, we will have a big event, and pilot stories will be connected with this event. And as I already told you, we want to use different media. So animated series sounds pretty good, as we have finally story in our robots and we have characters. Maybe we will work something out. I hope so. So stay tuned. Elohim asks.
Yeah, who knows what will happen.
Yeah. Like War Robots and Pixar collaboration. Like,
that would be nice.
Yeah. You know, there was a voice from
What? Yeah.
God, is it you?
Mine.
You want a Pixar and War Robots collaboration?
Yes!
Oh my god. The sea guy says.
So he's your god. All right. Oh. Elohim asks. You told, oh my god, so basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's move to
the last question. We need more ways to earn gold, like permanent arena. Is arena coming back?
Well, arena will definitely be back.
And Avengers.
Yeah. And as for other ways to earn gold, you just have to wait a little bit in order for us to tell you about the next thing that will come later.
So we've got something planned.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's for sure.
So two answers. First of all, arena is definitely coming back, and the second, we've got big plans about earning gold, but we will be able to tell about them later. Okay. I think let's move on. Maybe we will receive some more questions and answer them during the stream.
Sure.
And now to our community part. As usual, we have a big community part. We will see some kind of art or figurines that our community designed. By the way, our game designers will see them for the first time, so it's pure reaction you will see.
What will you show us?
Yeah.
Oh, don't ask me, it will be a surprise.
Okay.
I don't want to spoil it. But before that, two big news. First of all, usually we have YouTuber of the month, and this month, this Devstream, we are talking about Islander. Islander, WR, News and Rumors. Subscribe for more updated events. So he is quite experienced with War Robots and with his channel. He has a very good stuff. For example, there is a there is a video that was posted 1 day ago, and it was about War Robots Update 5.1 pilots. Which one should you choose? So if you don't know exactly, you can watch this video and be sure. Very high quality content, so subscribe to his channel. You can find it, we will post a link downside. All right, so once again, Islander WR. And back to our talking about, oh yeah, the second big news. We're having a giveaway today, but in the middle of June, we will have a giant giveaway.
Oh, there's more.
Yeah, there is, but if you call us right now, there is more.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can define which will be the prizes and how big will they be. And for that, you have to subscribe to our YouTube. What is it about?
Okay.
So we will have a baseline, 100 Loki, 100 tier, and 100 Fenrir. They will be given away just 100%. But every 5,000 subscribers, we will add 100 robots. So after 5,000 more, 100 Loki, then 100 tier, then there will be a big milestone, 420,000 subscribers, and if we reach this number, we will make a community paint job contest. We had a brilliant community paint job contest last year. We received skins for Inquisitor and made 2 bonus skins for Mander and Wayland.
Yeah, the Mander was awesome.
Yep,
Just
red and white.
awesome.
Yep,
I
that's
like
true.
the Inquisitor more. It's like very colorful and I don't know. You can really clearly see it even on the battlefield.
Well, that's because you don't like to play as a medic.
How did you know?
That's because you don't like playing as a reptile.
Okay.
Because the paint job was called Auburn Raptor. It's kind of a crocodilish. So
Yeah.
all right. Then once again, every 5,000 subscribers plus 100 robots, Fenrir, tier, Loki, and then the next big milestone, 435,000 subscribers, we will have a mystery prize.
What mystery
Mystery.
prize?
Mr.
What is it?
Mr. Mystery Prize.
Mr.
Actually, we're not sure about it yet ourselves, so if you have a good idea what we should give you away, tell us in the comments. Use words mystery prize and then what we should do or what should we give away for reaching this milestone. Then, once again, plus 100 Fenrir, plus 100 Loki, and the biggest prize for reaching 450,000 subscribers, we will make a community robot together, as well as add 200 Loki, 200 tier, and 200 Fenrir. So, community robot from the scratch. You will design it, you will choose its ability, you will choose its outlook, so everything about
So
it.
like Bolt.
Even bigger, because you will choose everything about it. With Bolt, we had some parts of Bolt already available, but we still had a big space for choosing, and this time it will be made from scratch.
Oh wow.
Totally, yeah. Brand new robot built by community.
Okay,
but
so
for that,
2 weeks. 2 weeks in order to reach all these milestones.
So you have to follow our YouTube and ask your friends, ask your family, ask your dog, ask your, I don't know.
I'm
math
already
teacher.
subscribed, so don't look at me.
Great. And you?
Yeah, me too. But not my dog. No, not yet.
Don't think
I
about
don't
it.
allow him to like have a phone.
Yeah.
So your corgi doesn't play War Robots?
No, not yet.
Okay,
no.
both cats are subscribed. So guys, 2 weeks. If we reach milestones, the prices will be much
Just
bigger.
have reached the first milestone, actually.
Oh, we've got a big news out there coming from the corner from Topsla. We have reached the first milestone. Congratulations, guys. So we've reached 410,000 subscribers, and our prize pool was already is already bigger. 100
That's
Lokis
cool.
added to it. Yes, so continue it, guys. Continue working on it, and the prices will be getting bigger and bigger.
14th of June.
14th of June, yes, guys. 14th of June, big giveaway. You can decide how big the prizes will be. And now back to our community, back to the things our community made during this month. We had a big creative contest dedicated to
Bring it
our
in.
anniversary event. And
Yeah, we have
yeah.
saw some of the
Great.
Yeah,
So
some of the things.
we chose some of the works from there. Here we go. The first one will be a graffiti about 5th anniversary War Robots with
Oh, wow.
June.
Wait, is it like a real graffiti and a real wolf?
I'm not sure about that. I think it's
Well,
more
it
of
looks like a real.
like a real Aljun. Yeah,
Yeah. No,
Like-
not
real. Yep, real Aljun is this. I can. So Angel Briones, I guess it was some kind of a Photoshop, but still, it's a great work. Angel Briones,
That's
nicely done. The next one, Oh, this is one of my favorites. So, if you don't know what it is a wooden figurine of Mercury. So, carved out of wood, with weapons, with legs, with everything. It's really beautiful. A wooden figurine of, yeah.
It really is, yes.
And it's, I don't know what kind of wood is it. But I really like the texture of this wood.
Wait, do you have it somewhere here in the office?
Don't. I guess not me, but Juan Lanas has it. So the next one. Oh yeah, Kalki WR. He made a poster about 5 War robots. The first 5: Destrio, Leo, Natasha, GL, Patton, and Vitis.
Oh,
so
we definitely should like create such a movie.
we have now. Well, now we don't have a choice. We have to make a movie about first 5 robots fighting together. Like, hey guys, we have one last job.
And who would be the main villain?
The main villain?
Yeah.
Oh my. Who do you think is a good candidate?
I don't know, Schutzbot?
Schutzer,
Yeah.
Kemo. Oh yeah, he's a mastermind.
Yeah,
behind this.
he's scheming
Oh
behind
yeah,
the shadows.
Mr. Destroyer, it was me all the time.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so the first 5, like some kind of expendables. Okay, Taurus Yamapai. It's the classical red and blue kind of poster. So Inquisitor, maybe there is even Kyle Rogers inside, but I really like the style of it. So red and blue, fire and ice, the classic confrontation that you
Also, really cool that like the Redeemer here is like blue and the part of it is red, it's like on the red side.
Yes, exactly.
incredible.
It's very very nicely done. I'm really happy that you noticed it, and that part of the robot and part of the weapon is overshadowed with some lines. It's really great. So if the previous poster was about a movie about 5 first robots, this can be a movie about
a cartoon. It can be a cartoon.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Inquisitor. How are you doing today? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
The next one.
Oh.
Yes, we receive lots of Lego figurines, and this time we've got big one.
Oh yeah. Now
So green, red, blue. Personally, my favorite is Hellburner, the yellow one. It's really.
Why is that?
Okay.
It's very, very juicy, very.
Juicy,
Yes.
okay.
It looks like very sunny.
Oh really? That's
Oh, okay.
true. No,
Well, I really like the Raijin here.
yeah, me too. It's so
It looks
Well,
very monumental.
brutal.
Yeah, he looks very like threatening.
Very okay. Take my wallet.
Yeah.
Just don't
it's
hurt
like
me.
a bastion, like here I am. It's my ground.
Yeah, this is the place I'm protecting right now. You
Just-
go away.
Just imagine you will have such spiders in your room, in your apartment. Just you are sleeping, open your eyes, and there is on a web.
Yeah, and
hanging
it's
right
the
there.
size of like 25 meters because the Raijin is huge.
And that's the moment when you understand that you are pretty up.
I
Yeah.
just hope that the Toy Story lied to us, when I see those things.
Yeah. Okay, Lego figurines, Puerto Crook, nicely done. Luis Enrique Lopez Gomez, some drawings here, and I really like June, all the flames go in, all the dynamics with the weapons go in. Through the air, flying somewhere, I don't know, maybe it was just before the graffiti, so it was flying from one picture and smashing into the wall.
He's really like in the motion here.
Yeah. Going for the bread, I don't know, to the nearest shop.
So
I'm the hero the city deserves.
Oh yeah. Oh yes, totally. Actually, we need some kind of a Batman skin for our June, I think. Like black and maybe yellow.
like
That's
Sounds
the
interesting.
hero that city deserves.
okay,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Our bad June. Seption WR made a setup of fish here of war robots, like pixelized, or may I say voxelized, from 1 to 5. I really like the Ares because almost its weapons isn't ready. The eyes, the glowing red eyes, like coming from your nightmare or my nightmare. Oh gosh, why I'm talking about my nightmares.
Well, it's hard to see from me here, but I really like the Spectre with shock
Yeah,
trains.
the shock train.
The
Classic,
the lighting,
classical.
yeah.
Yes, and I like the purple color.
Mhm, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
It's
talking
like
about.
neon spectre.
And the first 2 robots, they look like there is some kind of lightning from downstairs, like they are lighted up.
Yeah.
Okay. And Oscar Buyukbas. Oh yeah, this is a pretty paint and I really like it. So using
Is it hand painted?
yes,
Oh,
and it's very good. I really like it.
Yeah, that's really cool.
I'm pretty sure that our last faction will go for such a painting to Earth. Just all right, guys. We need Renoir, we need Monet, and this guy.
Yeah, that's really great.
Yes. Oh, Edwin Augusto Mazzone's Fenrir, both a wolf, unchained wolf from north, but in flames, and robot, being together. So, well, as we know, Fenrir was inspired by northern mythology, as all the Ragnarok boats.
Yeah, so here is like his spirit is coming out.
He's like Shaman King. I don't know, like.
Yeah.
Fenrir, go fight for me.
Okay.
Well, it's more like a Pokemon, but okay.
I don't want to go down neither of those holes. Okay.
Oh, I think that's all. So once again, thank you for your works. Thank you. Yes,
that was really great.
It's really beautiful. We are very
that's really-
happy to receive such things from you. So keep us sending them, and we will show them in our next Devstream.
It's really great to know that there are like such talented people around.
Yes,
in our
exactly.
player community.
Having drawing, having wooden figurines, carving, maybe some kind of Lego
like
statues.
handcrafted.
Yes, totally sewing. So all kind of things made with your hands. It's so beautiful, guys. Thank you. Just thank you. By the way, there were even a couple of cakes that were made for...
Really?
Yes, exactly. Cakes designed in War Robot style.
I would like to eat something like that.
To eat Raijin.
The whole cake?
Oh, well,
What?
if it's small...
Even if it's big.
But,
I mean, hey.
the photos were of a big cakes, actually. But I think we should... You know what? Maybe we should make a War Robots cake and have a, like, tea drinking stream.
Oh, will it be the second episode of Cooking with Stan?
Maybe, and it's for you to decide. Call 1199 Cooking Stand right now, and you can receive
Not the mystery prize that we have.
and you can receive a new recipe for your War Robots cake. If you call right now, you can receive a limited Spectre collection. So be ready.
But that would be nice. The cookies were good.
Thank you. Once again, guys. If you want to participate in our today's giveaway, and we have a giveaway, if you want to receive Robot and Pilot, if you want to receive Bulwark and Tobias, Ares and Ninja Novak, or our June and Alec Renner, then you have to write #WR Commanders, your ID and your platform in the comment section below, and all the winners will be chosen the next week. If you want to participate and will be one of the lucky winners, write it there. All right, so I think it's up for today. Thank you guys for being with us today. Thank you for being with us today.
Yeah,
Thank you for asking
for
to come to the
It was a
Devstream.
real pleasure. We had a great discussion. We talked about pilots. And if you want to know more, just ask in the question section in the comments. The next stream, maybe we will talk about it. So thank you and be with us.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Ciao.